Alright, so this video is program number 6 about compound and cascading assignments. This one's a little bit weird. A couple things we're going to talk about first. Just remember the difference between single equal sign is how you define, you assign a value to a variable. Double equal sign is doing a comparison of equality between two variables. Okay, so single equal sign, double equal sign, they are different. Make sure you don't mix them up. That's a common mistake that people make. So we're going to talk about compound assignments and cascading assignments. So this is a way that you can make code more compact. It gets a little bit tricky of how to read it, but you'll see some higher level coding. People will use this quite a bit. So we'll get right into this program because it's easier to see or easier to understand if you see it being done. So let's start off by defining a couple variables here. So we're going to have integers x, y, and z. Those are going to be our variables, and we're going to assign values to them. So we're going to say x is equal to 3, y is equal to 7, z, let's make that equal to 9. So if we want to write we want to output the value of z. We can output that. And the value of z in this example here value of z is going to be 9 because we defined z as equal to 9. Now if we want to say how do we make z something different? So we could say z equals z plus x. If we write that on there, that is going to say we're going to take z and we're going to redefine it. We're going to say it is now equal to its original value plus the value of x, which was 3. So that should now give us a value of 12. It's going to be output. Let's see that in action. That should give us a value of 12. There we go, value of 12. Now an even simpler way to write this is to write in, instead of z plus x, we can write in the operation and redefining it at the same time. So we can say z plus equals x. And that basically means that is the same as saying z is equal to z plus x. So that operation there does the same thing, and that is compounding that's a compound assignment. You can see that still gives us our 12. Alright. So that is the way that is written. So that is compound assignment. So let's look at the other one, which is cascading assignment. Let's say we want to redefine z. We're going to say z is equal to y, which is equal to 10. This is an example of cascading assignment. So we're basically using a single line to define two different variables on a single line with the same number. Okay. Just to prove this, so you can see we did have 9 and 7 in here. Now I'm going to redefine these both as 10, and I'm going to write, I should get a 10 and a 10 here. So I'm going to get a 12 first, because that's the first thing I had in there, and then I have 10 and 10. So that is the cascading assignment showing up there. Now another thing you can do with this as well is you can actually directly put your operators right in here. So you can say you can do some math out here. So z is equal to z divided by 2. So that's changing the value of z and changing it to a 5. And then writing a 5 out here like that. I'm going to go z equals z times 2. And I get a 10 out here. So I changed z down to a 5, then I multiplied it back up to a 10 out here. Now what I can also do is I can put this directly in here. I'll show you. So I can put the operators directly in here and write them in here. Now you're going to see a little bit of a difference here though. So let's look at what we're getting here. So now I'm getting my last two entries here. I have z as equal to 10. So I'm saying a right line, z divided by 2. So that's basically saying 10 divided by 2 gives me a 5. Then I'm doing a right of z multiplied by 2. So that it should be 10 multiplied by 2 because I'm not redefining z on this line here. So 10 multiplied by 2 gives me a 20. But if I want to actually redefine z, in the previous example, I was redefining it because I had the math outside of these right lines. If I actually want to redefine it, I can still do that internally here. I just need to do it a little bit different. I'll show you how to do that. If you do put that equal sign in here, remember if you have the equal sign in there, it's actually redefining. So here we're going to divide by 2, but we're actually going to redefine z at the same time. So 10 divided by 2, output that, but then change the value of z as well. So 10 divided by 2 gives us 5, and then our new value of z, which we use down here, will be 5 multiplied by 2 should give us a 10. Remember in the previous example we had a 20 down here. This one should now give us a 10 down here. And you can see how we got the 10 there. So that is our example of the cascading assignment and how we can use that compound assignment inside of the write line instruction as well. So a little bit tricky, but if you see this is some kind of higher level stuff here, but if you do see this in a program, you'll understand what it means. Okay, it's a little bit more complicated way to perform the same operation, but if you see it in a higher level program, you'll know what it means. Okay, so there we go.